Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concepts. So today we're going to talk a little bit about Hydrographics Activator, and mainly in what type of paint gun do you need to use for your Hydrographics Activator. And so most of the time on most any activators, whether it's our activator or any of the other activators out there, you're mainly going to want to use an HVLP gun. Now, of course, there are tons of different guns out there on the market, and some are cheap, some are more expensive. And so let's kind of break that down a little bit and show you a few things that we have learned over the years, so that way you don't make the same mistakes, as well as showing you what you might want to look at before you go and you buy a Hydrographics Activator gun for your setup. So let's get started. So the first topic is going to be the quality of the gun itself. And so this is always a big topic of conversation because of course everybody always wants to save some money. Maybe they might go with something like a Harbor Freight, but is it going to be worth it in the long run? And I can rest assured to tell you that it is not worth it. Now, you'll see in my hand here, this is what we actually shoot all the time, every day, whenever we're doing any of our Hydrographics projects. And this is a SATA gun. And so this right here, this is a very expensive gun. You're talking anywhere between $400 to $800, depending on the exact model that you get or anything like that. Now, in this case though, I will say this gun has been one of the best guns that I have ever had, especially for the Hydrographics. And the main reason is because a lot of the times on the higher end guns, they're gonna have better seals and they're going to have better components built into them. So that way, number one, they don't leak. And then number two, the seals are actually made for solvent resistance. And so of course they're not going to swell up. They're not going to make problems after so many times of using it. And I'm not gonna lie, this one actually has a date on here. Looks like 2000, I believe this one was like a 2009. So we have had this since 2009. And this gun right here, we use it all day, every day. And you can see pretty much the condition of it. It looks almost brand new. The nice thing about the Activator is that Activator is actually more of like a cleaning agent. It will clean out the gun and keep it looking pretty much brand new. So that is one good thing about it. Now, of course, you want to make sure that you have those good seals and a good gun, so that way you don't end up with a leaking gun or one that doesn't spray very well. So number two is going to be making sure that you get a gun with a good spray pattern. Now, of course, this is a full-size gun. We have a full-size tip and head on this. And so, of course, it's going to create a very good wide open fan. And that's what we want whenever we're doing larger pieces. So if we have a wide open fan, we can cover more area in less passes. So number three, this also goes back to number one, as we were talking about before, but number three is going to be the atomization of the actual gun itself. Because this is a very high-end gun, this thing atomizes super well. And so that's exactly what we want. We want those little fine droplets of particles and of the activator going down onto the part and really creating that really nice fine mist. We don't want a lot of big blobs of just activator or things like that in those droplet sizes, because of course if we have that, then we're not getting a very good atomization. So a lot of the times what you'll find is that the bigger the gun and the more higher end gun, you're going to get a lot better atomization, a lot better control over the quality of the spray, which is going to lead to a lot better quality whenever you're spraying your coating out for the first time. Another thing to look at too is going ahead and swapping out your main cup. Now, of course, this is going to be a personal preference, but I like it because I use the clear cups, and so we use a PPS cup where we can change the different sizes of the cups, as well as we can actually see them and see the material in them, which is also really great because whenever we're doing a lot of jobs or we're doing contracts or anything like that, we can physically see how much we have left. And of course, if we're going to be laying down a big piece of material, we can make sure that we have plenty of activator in the cup before we actually get started, so then that way we don't go halfway through spraying the activator and then it just completely runs out. So that's another thing to definitely make sure that you have whenever you're getting started. Now, of course, I can go and talk about this all day long on tons of other important parts and things like that that you might need for an activator gun, with all the different components that go into spraying the activator and making sure that it's set up correctly. But those are definitely going to be the main key points that we have learned over the years on making sure that we get the best coating possible out of the activator, and that's why we choose the HVLP gun like this right here. I hope you guys have really enjoyed this video. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as if you found a gun that really works great for you, I'd definitely love to know about it as well. If you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips and tricks on anything hydrographics related. Also, definitely check out the website. It has everything for your hydrographics needs, from tanks to training to activator films and so much more. It is all there on the website. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.